Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And when I heard about this yesterday, last night rather, I was so beside myself in trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on with He-Man? Because as you can see, the article reads, He-Man is now black in Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelation. And I guess that's the revelation right there, huh? So He-Man is black now. Yeah, man. Man, I wouldn't give a fuck, man, if He-Man was black, if he was actually black. But now we're finding out that he's black because now we got woke ass He-Man from woke ass Kevin Smith. So what the fuck, man? It's learned that He-Man is now black in the Kevin Smith Masters of the Masters of the Universe Revelation series coming to Netflix, where it has also become known they passed on using an original black character. Before we continue, it should also be noted all the ideas of the Masters of the Universe Revelation series are coming from Netflix exec Ted Biaselli. As Smith was simply hired to develop and promote the series, Kevin Smith isn't even a He-Man fan. Yeah, I know. Kevin Smith, fake ass. Like I say, like I've always said, the best thing he's good for is for a Jay and Silent Bob movie and everything along those lines. Other than that, he could write a fairly decent comic book. And he's actually directed a few movies that I've liked. So I can't say that, oh, he's a piece of shit director or he can't write books. He can write books. The thing is what's going on in his mind. The man's completely different. He's not the same man that he was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Looks like he's been sniffing too much of the Hollywood dust. And between him going woke in Hollywood, him almost passing away, and a bunch of other shit, he's just a different dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. So apparently Ted's big idea for He-Man is to make the character as woke as possible. As it already appears, Teela will become the new He-Man based on the trailers and official series descriptions. But Ted didn't stop there, as He-Man's grandfather has been race swapped, changed from a white dude to a black dude. Recall how I said Hollywood would never allow He-Man, a blonde white male, to be made out to look good in the series? Now we see the character is changed and have black ancestors and gets replaced by the woke Teela. Oh, oh shit. He says and gets replaced by the woke Teela. Wow. So He-Man's grandfather goes from the guy on the left to now being a black dude with dreadlocks. So fucked. King Grayskull race swapped to a black dude. Oh shit. A couple of days ago, spoiler pages from the official Masters of the Universe Revelation tie-in comic book from Dark Horse leaked online, revealing that He-Man's grandfather is now black. Wow. Damn. So they found that shit out in a Dark Horse comic. Wait a minute, but I thought DC was doing He-Man and Masters of the Universe comic books right now. Wow. Damn. So they found that shit out in a Dark Horse comic. Wait a minute, but I thought DC was doing He-Man and Masters of the Universe comic books right now. Because DC just did their Injustice Masters of the Universe crossover. This had to be maybe what, 2 years ago? Huh, interesting. As Bleeding Cool has pointed out, the 2002 version of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon showed He-Man's grandfather to be King Devon Grayskull, a blonde white dude. But the Masters of the Universe Revelation tie-in comic book shows He-Man's grandfather to be black. Pictured above with it known, the character will be voiced by African-American actor Dennis Haysbert in the Netflix animated series. I don't know who the fuck that is. Dennis Haysbert. Shit sounds whack as fuck. Spoiler made his way onto a He-Man and She-Ra Facebook group where the fan remarked about preferring they make black characters instead of race swapping original white characters, where Ted defended his choice to make He-Man black and said no one gives a shit about an original black character. Wow. So Ted actually said that. Wow. They don't give a shit about an original black character, but we're going to turn He-Man black because everybody gives a shit about him. These motherfuckers. I hear you, and that will indeed be a part of our story too. But a big hurdle when you're introducing a new character to a line of so many well-established characters is that they're bound to be outsiders and harder to accept as canon. At least for a while, nobody gives a shit about Sir Laserlot. That's pretty fucked up. So they can have an original black character out there, but they decide to shelve him or probably race swap his ass or whatever the fuck and then just turn He-Man black. You know what's fucked up? That even as you look at what He-Man was looking like, the black He-Man with the dreadlocks, the granddaddy He-Man, like, how the fuck does Prince Adam come from all that? Like, even He-Man doesn't even look black. Prince Adam doesn't look black, but Granddaddy's black. So, what the fuck does the dad look like? What the fuck was his name? King some shit. The dad. What the fuck does he look like in this show? He-Man's fucked. We asked ourselves earlier on about the need for two giant white blonde dudes in the pantheon of Masters of the Universe. And honestly, it makes both characters less special in their iconography. I wish I could take credit for being the one with the idea to make Grayskull black. Because now in the history of all the champions of Grayskull, a black man has a role of prominence. As opposed to just being a guy with a clamp who's King Randor's bodyguard. King Randor. That's his name. That's the fucking dad. So King Randor is black too? What the fuck does King Randor look like? You know what, to be real, I don't even give a fuck what he looks like. Because with all this bullshit, it's making me not give a fuck about He-Man. Ted also addressed race swapping Lieutenant Andra. Same thing with Andra. She was initially created as a new character. It was my idea to dig into the lore and raise up a character who had a small appearance but a strong following. People have been wanting to see Teela and Andra fight side by side for a while. How the fuck you know that? You don't give a fuck. As opposed to creating a new character that could easily be rejected. Honestly, do we really need two badass redheads? Master of the Universe had no women of color, and we saw an opportunity and took it. Why not give little black girls a hero that looks like them? Because not all heroes, people don't give a fuck about a hero that looks like them. You know, and that's the whole problem now. Because what these assholes are thinking is that heroes need to be something that we can identify through gender, race, sexuality, and all this other shit. That's not what makes the hero. The heart is what makes the hero. How tall they are, how fat they are, whatever the fuck they look like, none of that shit ever matters. You know what it is these people are measuring the hero based on what he looks like and his sexual preference or his sexuality or his gender or what he identifies as being, his pronouns. You know, actually, no one gives a fuck about none of that stuff. people like Ted Biaselli, Biaselli or whatever the fuck his name is, he cares about that shit. These woke motherfuckers in DC Comics and Marvel, they care about this same kind of shit. Kevin Feige is starting to become one of these people. Look what's happening with the MCU right now. Just fucking sucks, man. People don't know what the fuck they're doing with their own shits. Nah, I don't want my daughter identifying with none of these motherfuckers in the Masters of the Universe. If that's the case, I'll go buy her an old She-Ra action figure and let her chill with that. Worth a mention is that Sir Laserlot character Ted is referring to is an original black character created by Jeff Johns that John came up with when he was 8 years old, which saw Mattel develop years later as officially a part of the Masters of the Universe. Clamp Champ is also an original black character in Masters of the Universe and was the only black character to get a toy as part of the original line in the 1980s. So Ted is stating, instead of developing a black character they already have that he doesn't give a shit about, he would rather race swap the entire lineage of He-Man and replace the other characters. Yeah, that's exactly what Ted is saying. Look at this shit show. I'm going to be real with y'all. The art looks whack as fuck. The animation looks whack. Fuck this, man. All right, well, what do y'all think about He-Man's grandfather being swapped out to look like fucking Idris Elba? The grandfather, was that King Grayskull? Looks like Idris Elba. His character, Heimdall or whatever the fuck, from Thor. From the Thor Marvel movies. That's what he looks like. He looks like Idris Elba with the dreadlocks and build. I think this is a straight, raw, this is bullshit. And to fucking do He-Man like that. And you know what's funny? If we all knew that was going to happen, just didn't know how, didn't know when, didn't know if it was going to be the cartoon, movie, comic book. Comic books, they've pretty much left them alone. The movie, they were working on it. Now they fucking, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the movie. And boom, you know, now we get to see what Netflix has did with the cartoon. So, yeah. Me, myself, I'm not going to take part in even watching none of this shit. So he's not going to get no play. I'm only making this video because of how wrong and how fucked up it is that they just switched He-Man completely on out and doing all the fuck shit that they're doing in this show. Other than that, I'm not trying to bring it any attention, instead of just letting you guys be aware of how Hollywood and everything else is fucking over another thing that we love. So, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comment section below. Please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy, 24/7 with 24/7 Fusion Media. And I'm out. Peace.